Imagine waking up knowing your companies are building electric cars, landing rockets, wiring human brains to computers, racing to build artificial intelligence, and planning how to move people to another planet. Now imagine being the richest human who has ever lived while you do it. For most people, that is science fiction. For Elon Musk, it is a Tuesday. In June 2026, a single stock offering pushed his fortune past $1 trillion, a line no person in history had crossed. Then he went home to a 400-square-foot box beside a launch pad. This is the extraordinary lifestyle of Elon Musk, and almost none of it works the way you expect. A curious child from South Africa. Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. His biggest early advantage was not money, it was appetite. He devoured books, sometimes finishing one in a day, moving between science fiction, physics, engineering, and history. By 10, he had taught himself to write code. At 11, he built a simple space shooter called Blastar and sold the code for around $500. It was pocket change, but the pattern was already set. He was not consuming the world. He was building things inside it, leaving everything behind. At 17, he left South Africa alone, first for Canada, then the University of Pennsylvania, where he took degrees in physics and economics. Academia seemed to be pulling him in. He was accepted to Stanford for graduate work, arrived, and walked away after 2 days. The internet had just cracked open, and he decided the window would not stay open long. He traded a doctorate for a startup, and that gamble shaped his entire career. The first $22 million. In 1995, he founded Zip2 with his brother Kimball, building online directories for newspapers, while plenty of serious people still doubted the internet would amount to much. He was betting every business on Earth would eventually move online. 4 years later, Compaq bought Zip2 for roughly $307 million, and his cut came to about $22 million. Most people retire on that. He started another company the same year, PayPal, and the bet nobody understood. His next venture, X.com, merged with a rival and became PayPal. Online payments were new and widely distrusted, and the assumption was that people would never wire money to strangers online. He assumed the opposite. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock, and his share was worth roughly $180 million. He was 31 and set for life. Instead, he did something close to reckless. He poured nearly all of it into 3 companies almost everyone expected to fail: Tesla, SpaceX, and Solar City. Electric cars were a joke. Reusable rockets were a fantasy. Competing with NASA was absurd. By 2008, both Tesla and SpaceX were nearly out of cash and days from collapse, and he later admitted he was running on fumes. Then everything turned. Tesla changes what a car is. Tesla did not invent the electric car. It was the first to make people actually want one. Instead of slow, apologetic vehicles, it built machines that outran Ferraris off the line, ran on software that improved overnight, and never touched fuel. The Model S, Model 3, Model Y, and Cybertruck dragged the industry sideways, and today Tesla stands among the most valuable car makers on the planet. For Musk, the point was never selling cars. It was forcing the world onto sustainable energy faster than it wanted to go. SpaceX rewrites the rules of space. While Tesla reshaped the road, SpaceX reshaped the sky. Founded in 2002 around an idea most aerospace veterans called impossible, the company spent years failing publicly at reusable rockets before it started landing them. Now Falcon boosters return and touch down on their own, cutting billions from the cost of reaching orbit. Its Starship program is the most ambitious spacecraft ever attempted, designed for the Moon and eventually Mars. To Musk, Mars is not a destination, it is an insurance policy for the species. The day he became a trillionaire. Then came the moment everything had been building toward. SpaceX went public in June 2026, opening its first trading day at a valuation near $2 trillion and briefly passing Amazon. Musk holds roughly 4.76 billion shares plus hundreds of millions in options, and his net worth detonated. Bloomberg tracked the peak at about $1.32 trillion, making him the first trillionaire in history and putting him above Buffett, Gates, and Bezos combined. Then reality arrived. Within a week, the shares slid, and roughly $240 billion evaporated, dropping him to around $1.08 trillion. He lost the market value of IBM in 7 days, and it barely registered as news. The empire behind the number. His wealth is not cash. It is ownership, stacked across companies that each attack a different problem. Starlink, built inside SpaceX, runs thousands of satellites delivering internet to remote villages, ships at sea, and disaster zones, generating billions a year that help fund the Mars program. XAI, launched in 2023 with its Grok assistant, merged into SpaceX in February 2026 in a deal valuing the combined business at $1.25 trillion. X, bought as Twitter for about $44 billion in 2022, had already been folded in a year earlier. Neuralink has moved brain-computer interfaces into approved human trials, with early participants controlling devices through implants. The Boring Company digs tunnels under cities, with its Las Vegas system already running. He holds roughly 11 to 12% of Tesla, and a shareholder-approved package could hand him close to $1 trillion more in stock if the company hits its milestones. He takes almost no salary. He takes equity, then bets it again. The tiny house nobody believes. Here is where the story stops making sense. In 2020, he announced he would sell nearly all his possessions and own no house. He meant it. He sold his California mansions one by one, closing with a 16,000 square foot Bay Area estate for about $32 million in late 2022. Since then, his stated home has been a Boxabl casita in Boca Chica, Texas, a prefabricated unit of roughly 400 square feet, worth around $50,000, rented from SpaceX. Small living room, bedroom, kitchen, and plain bathroom. When his mother visited, she found an empty fridge, one towel in the shower, and the garage turned into a spare bedroom. His biographer described him working a wooden table in that house, making calls that moved billions. The location explains it. The house sits minutes from Starbase, where Starship is built and flown, and in May 2025 that stretch of South Texas was incorporated as a city, with Musk registered to vote there. Honesty requires an asterisk, though. Property records link him to a family compound in the Austin area worth tens of millions, where several of his children live near the Gigafactory. He did not stop owning property. He separated the house from the home, putting his family in comfort and himself next to a rocket. Jets, cars, and a wardrobe of black t-shirts. The one luxury he does not skip is aviation. And the reason is arithmetic. He runs companies scattered across states with no headquarters. His flagship is a Gulfstream G700 worth roughly $78 million, carrying the longest cabin Gulfstream builds, up to 5 living areas, seating for 19, a private bedroom with a shower, and circadian lighting tuned to fight jet lag. He also keeps a G650ER he has flown since 2016 and 2 G550s for shorter runs. His cars tell a different story. No Bugatti collection, no Lamborghini wall. He owned a McLaren F1 early on and crashed it, demonstrating its acceleration. Mostly he drives his own products, testing Tesla's newest hardware himself. His strangest possession is the Lotus Esprit submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me, bought at auction for close to $1 million, which he has joked for years about converting into a working submarine. His wardrobe is black jackets, dark shirts, jeans, and boots. No watch collection. Engineers joke he dresses like one of them. What the money is actually for. Strip away the headline, and the pattern is oddly consistent. No yachts, no art, barely any houses. Almost every dollar he controls stays locked inside companies chasing electric cars, artificial intelligence, brain implants, and Mars. When Tesla nearly died, he invested. When SpaceX ran dry, he invested. When XAI launched, he did it again. He has risked his fortune again and again rather than protect it, and that refusal to sit still is the thread running through 30 years of his life. Think about the image one last time. $1 trillion on paper. A rocket the size of a skyscraper standing in the dark a few hundred yards away. And a man walking back to a box with one towel in it, because tomorrow he wants to be close enough to hear the engines fire. Every fortune tells you what its owner believes in. Most say comfort. This one says leave. Whether you see Elon Musk as a visionary, a risk-taker, or simply one of the greatest entrepreneurs alive, one thing is impossible to deny. He has spent his life turning ideas that sounded like science fiction into working machines. From electric transportation and private spaceflight to artificial intelligence and a serious plan for Mars, his story is a reminder that the biggest achievements usually start with the nerve to think differently. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more premium documentaries on the lifestyles, fortunes, and business empires of the world's most extraordinary people, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next story. And before you go, tell us in the comments, if you had $1 trillion fortune, would you live a life of unimaginable luxury, or would you risk it all to change the future? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching all the way through, and we will see you in the next one.